Hello and welcome to cookingflavors.com. Today we are going to look at the preparation of vegetable dum biryani. Here are the list of ingredients. You will need vegetables chopped as follows: potatoes 2 numbers, beans half a cup, carrots 2 numbers, onions half a cup and tomatoes 1 cup. Some coriander leaves, quarter cup of fried onions, some mint leaves, quarter cup of curd or yogurt, few saffron strands soaked in 2 tablespoons of warm milk, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste and half a lemon. 2 cups of basmati rice, 1 tablespoon of garam masala powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. 2 to 3 sticks of cinnamon, 3 pods of cardamom, 3 to 4 cloves, 2 bay leaves, salt, oil and ghee as required. Now let's start cooking. I have soaked the basmati rice in cold water for about half an hour. Soaking the rice in cold water prior to cooking enhances the texture of the basmati grain. You will notice that when the rice has been cooked, the basmati grain would have almost been double in size. In a large pot, I have added 1 tablespoon of ghee and 1/2 of the whole garam masala, like the cinnamon, the cardamom, the bay leaves, and the cloves. I have drained the water in which the rice has been soaking and added the rice along with this. Fry them well till you get a good aroma of the ghee, the whole garam masala, and the rice. Once the frying is done, add 3 cups of water. The ratio of basmati rice to water is for every 1 cup of rice, you need 1.5 cups of water. So, since I've taken 2 cups of basmati rice, I'm adding 3 cups of water. Give them all a good mix. Once the water comes to a boil, cover it with a lid. Remember, the cooking has to be done only up to a 90% because the balance 10% of the cooking of the rice will be done under the dum process. The advantage of cooking the rice like this in an open pot rather than a pressure cooker is you can on and off check the consistency and the texture of the rice. If you cook it in a pressure cooker, there are chances that the basmati grain will break down. The rice is cooked to the consistency that I wanted, which is around 90%. Now switch off the stove, allow the rice to cool down and fluff it with a fork. Spread this rice on a large plate and cool it down like this. Now it's time to prepare the masala for the veg dum biryani. Take a pan or a skillet, add 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil and the remaining whole garam masala. Fry them well and wait till they all splutter. Now it's time to add the onions. Add a pinch of salt so that the onions will fry faster. To this, add the ginger garlic paste. Fry them both well so that the onions and the ginger garlic paste leave out their raw smell. Now add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and fry them well. Now it's time to add the chopped tomatoes. Stir them well and add chili powder to this. Give them all a good mix. Add salt at this point in time. Kindly check for salt according to your taste at this time. Cover this with a lid so that the tomatoes completely cook and the total juice from it is completely extracted. Now it's time to add the chopped vegetables like the beans, the carrots, the potatoes. You can use other vegetables of your choice like bell peppers of different colors, frozen green peas, baby corn, mushrooms, etc. Add 1/2 of the mint leaves and the coriander leaves. Reserve the other half for the dum process. Mix them all well till all the vegetables get coated well with all the masala powders. Now add 1 tablespoon of garam masala powder. This you can adjust it according to your taste. Now add the quarter cup of fresh yogurt and mix them well. Squeeze some lemon juice onto the entire mixture and mix them well. Allow the vegetables to cook well. They should be cooked but they should still retain their crunch. Do not cook them fully because the balance cooking will be done under the dum process. Now let's look at the dum process. I'm using the same large pot in which I cooked the rice. I've placed some vegetable dum masala on the bottommost layer. On top of it, I have arranged a layer of the rice. I will be alternating the layers like this with the vegetables and the rice. The topmost layer is the rice with which I have covered it fully. Now I have added the warm milk in which the saffron strands had been soaking. This gives a good color to the dum biryani. I am adding the fried onions. I have fried these onions with a little ghee and oil. You can see that the onions still look moist. I'm adding the remaining half of the mint leaves and the coriander leaves and squeezing a few drops of the lemon juice onto the entire mixture. Now let's look at how the dum process is done. I have covered the mouth of the pot with an aluminum foil. I've covered it in such a way that none of the steam will escape outside. Once I have covered this, I've placed a lid on top of it and I've created an airtight situation. I have placed the pot onto a tawa so that the direct heat from the stove does not fall on the pot. The cooking time here is around 30 minutes. You can do the first 5 to 8 minutes on high flame and the remaining cooking on medium or lower flame. In the traditional method of making dum biryani, chapati dough or wheat dough is used to seal the edges of the mouth of the pot. Since we have access to aluminum foils, it is an easier option and a mess-free option as well. Once the 30 minutes of cooking is done, switch off the stove. Allow the pot to rest like that for another 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, open the lid. Be careful when you open the lid as this locked in steam may gush outside and hurt your hands. Once you have opened the lid, transfer the entire dum biryani onto a large plate. I keep saying large plate because mixing is easier on a large plate and you can gently mix them so that the grains of rice do not break. Here are a few snapshots of the wonderful dum biryani that we have just made. The ingredients may seem many, but it's quite a simple process. Just think of it as three simple steps as preparing the rice, preparing the masala, and doing the dum process. Once you have finished cooking, you will realize that it's worth the effort. I have served this dum biryani today with some cucumber raita, the biryani brinjal, and with half a lemon. Enjoy this tasty and wonderful veg dum biryani. Post in your comments and suggestions and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also visit us at cookingflavors.com. Thank you and see you again soon with another interesting recipe.